Hello, Renee Flamont here. You guys, we talk a lot about, and we just did this week, about being alone before you date, and dating comes up inherent peppered throughout our topics. I thought we'd spend an off-topic Friday discussing the dating online and all of that. It has permeated society and had an explosion post-pandemic like it had never seen before. And it's been out for decades, hasn't it, dating online, right? And many people we know in our lives are meeting that way. I wanted to discuss it because some people are, and I have different ends of the spectrum, okay? I have a friend who got married from online. I have a friend who hasn't had a date. It'll be 7 years. Refuses to get online, won't do it, not interested, doesn't want to. So there's still a wide spectrum. People that have been on it forever, people that never ever will. And I am neither pro nor con, like trying to convince people to do it, trying to convince people not to do it. But I do have some things to say that I think you may want to listen to if you're already doing it or if you're thinking about it. It is a safe way to meet people. And I don't want people going into it thinking it's not. If maybe you have had a bad experience, maybe you met your narcissist online. I met my narcissist online. I met the narcissist before him online, and a couple since online. Because that's how you meet people today. Who's going out in the middle of everything? We're not really, are we? Still, not like we were before. I don't want to discount online dating because it's how I met my narcissist. Oh, I can't go... I don't want you doing that either. Like, however you met your narcissist, you can't meet anyone that way again because it didn't work out with your narcissist. Discernment, your personal discernment, still has to be at the forefront. Online isn't a guarantee you're going to meet a narcissist or a bad person. In person, you could meet a narcissist or a bad person. Doesn't have to be online, right? That's not a guarantee that you're going to get a good person or a bad person or whatever. There's a lot of factors to consider. We're going to unpack them all. Here I go. It is a fast way to meet people. It's a way to meet more people within a short span of time. You would never meet the people in life that you meet online. You just wouldn't. It's a numbers game. You're in it. You're seeing 100 people within an hour, all from the comfort of your home in your pajamas. I mean, it doesn't even require mascara. Like, you're just sitting there. It can be very convenient, just swiping. But there are so many factors to consider to protect yourself, to keep yourself on your toes, and whatnot. We just have to keep our eyes open. Open. And the first one I'm going to talk about is a deal breaker. You have not only got to know what your deal breakers are, you cannot budge. My deal breakers, unbeknownst to me, were put in place because some part of me knew that if they weren't in line for the person, that those were red flags. Yet, what did I do? Ignored it. I have done that several times, which is why I'm telling you, put your deal breakers in place and don't budge. But it's easy to, right? You get frustrated, you're online, maybe no one's, vibing with you right now, and then this guy's cute and he sounds funny, and, oh, but he smokes and I don't like a smoker. I'll fold. Now, that's not my deal breaker, but I know someone for whom that it is. Smoking cigarettes is a deal breaker. Done. Well, then why go forward? Well, but he's cute. But nothing. He has a deal breaker of yours. Well, maybe he'll quit. The thing is, whenever I broke a deal breaker of mine and dated the person anyway, I was always reminded why that parameter was in place. For example, I have on my list, back on my list, the person's gotta be a homeowner. I'm sorry, I'm 54 years old. I'm not trying to deal with an adult with roommates, renting in someone's house, doesn't have his stuff together that he could get a home if he wanted to, doesn't seem to be able to live alone, take care of themselves. No, nope, and no. Now you might say, well, Renee, you know, people can rent in between getting divorced and whatever. That leads me to one of my other red flags. I don't want someone that's just getting a divorce. No. I want someone that has all of their stuff settled already. 3 to 5 years after a divorce, I read once, is when somebody is in a state of mind to be able to healthily go forward. Now, that's a rule of thumb. I've known people that got divorced and got married right away, and they're happy and whatever. But it really is not my interest to walk someone through the exiting of an old relationship. It's just not. So another deal breaker for me is if they were married. And I even put on the line once, please go finish your business if you are married in any way. That was like the one line I had. If you are, and by the way, I put, thinking about divorce, wanting a divorce, almost divorced, is still married. Please go finish your business and then come back, or something like this. I still had people text, I'm divorced. Just so you know, I'm divorced, and they weren't. But in their minds, they think they are. Because remember, big babies, especially men, sorry guys, they don't want to be alone. I know more men that can't be alone than I do women, and that's why I say that. So they're going through a divorce, boom, they're online fast. They're separated, boom, they're online fast. They don't want to be alone. Not even for 1 second. I'm not interested in someone like that. So not only do I not want to date someone who's married, I don't want to date someone who's coming out of it. Go through your business. Get out there in the world. See people. Then maybe I'm interested. I don't want someone hot off of a marriage, divorce situation. So that's a deal breaker for me. And you might say, well, you might let a good one go by. If he's that good, then he'll be friends with me, and I'll get to know him over the course of 6 months to a year, and he can date other people, and we'll be friends, and if we're meant to be together, it'll unfold later. I'm not wanting to hold someone's hand through what they're going through. I'm just not. I want someone already gone through their business. I'm older. I don't want to deal with that. That's just me. You gotta look also, please, it's not false. There are scams. Oh my God, they're everywhere. I think we've all known people who got scammed or had someone try to scam them. I did know a woman, a friend of a friend, gave the money. Oh my God. But he was so charming and he said all this. They do that on purpose. I had someone try that. I did. I had someone try that. And I could just tell it was off. I could tell by their pictures. I could tell by what they said. I could tell by... This was a common one that happened to me more than once. Hello. Somebody's looking over my shoulder at your picture. I'm at work. They don't have an account online, and mine ends within the week, but they'd like to talk to you, so I was wondering if I could get your... The email's this long. They've never met you. The wording is weird, which indicates to me that they don't have a good command of maybe this isn't their first language. So that's an indicator that they're from another country and trying to seek money from you. It happens all the time. Happens all the time. I'm in such and such a country. They'll ask you right out, can I have $1,500? And then once I get there, I'll pay you back. People fall for these things all the time. How do you know if a really long email is some kind of scam? Well, I'm thinking copy and paste. There's no way they're on, not email, message in the app, in the dating app. There's no way they're on a message dating app. They don't even know me, and I warrant a 500-word essay? No, that's copy and paste. They're doing it to everybody because we didn't even get to know each other. So this is how you're coming at me? No. And the person over the shoulder thing, it's happened more than once. So that to me tells me that that's a thing people do to get your number fast. Because that's another thing, right? Communication. That's a whole other thing. When do you communicate? When do you give your number? Do you talk right away? Do you not talk right away? Do you, text in the app first or jump right into giving your number? Do you meet right away? It's all very odd in how to navigate it, and it's different for every scenario. It's different for every scenario. But the whole number giving, I ask right out, is it all right we text right in here? I'm good. Right in the app, right in here. You can make plans from the app. It's just like texting. There's no reason they need my number right away. And now I had a male friend say, yeah, but Renee, they want to talk to you. They want to hear your voice. We want to hear your voice. I'm like, yeah, but no, I don't feel the need yet to do that. Maybe, if I feel like it, but I don't see anything yet that needs me to get on the phone. Or they ask you, send me another picture of you. You have pictures of me on the line. You don't need more pictures of me. You know what I mean? And to talk about pictures is an entire other category that you have to be careful of. I have male friends and I'm a female, okay? So we're each looking at the other's gender. So we help each other in what to look for. And apparently this fish lips picture is a thing that every girl does. I've never taken a fish lips picture in my life. Like, that thing that they do. I don't know if they're trying to make themselves look like they have cheekbones. I don't know what they're trying to do. It looks ridiculous, but apparently it's as common as the holding a fish that I see. Every guy on earth wants to have a picture of him holding a fish. And that could be because every guy takes a picture or has someone take a picture of them when they catch a fish. So it happens to be a picture that they have. It could be percentage too, but guess what? And I'm not saying no because someone's holding a fish. I am swiping left if someone never shows me what they look like. Backwards baseball cap, sunglasses in every picture. How do I know what you look like? I don't know what you look like. Or every picture out of 4 out of 5 is you with 4 other people. So now I gotta what? I gotta figure out which one you are? All of these things are not good indicators. When you go online and you're wearing sunglasses and a baseball hat in every picture so I don't get to see what you look like, that doesn't tell me anything. And what it tells me is you're hiding. You're hiding. What are you hiding? Oh, I didn't even think about it. You didn't think about it. You're online. You're putting pictures online so I see what you look like. You want to know what I look like? Heck, my friend told me don't even just put face pictures. Unreal, right? And it's tough, but they want to see that you're not a certain way. They want to see what you look like head to toe. And if you put just face pictures, a male counterpart told me, well, we see that as you're trying to hide yourself. You don't want us to see what you look like. You're not happy with how your body looks, so you don't want us to see that. Just like I think when I see sunglasses and a baseball, you don't want me to see you. So these are things to look out for. And I don't want a person who is trying to put pictures, the other side of pictures is every single picture is skydiving, mountain climbing, canoeing, water skiing. Are you trying to make me exhausted? I'm not even out with you yet. I'm exhausted. Seriously, those are real pictures of yourself? You thought that you want to show me every single thing? Skydiving? I need to see. How about we get to know each other and then you show me those pictures? I don't know if the people put those kind of pictures because they're trying to attract the same kind of person. If they think those pictures show that they have this open-mindedness to all these different activities. Well, it encompasses, I'm an outdoor person, blah, 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 blah. What about what you just look like? And I don't get the pictures thing because eventually you have to meet each other. So what's with the old pictures or fake pictures? I don't get that. A male friend pointed that out to me as well. Very common, I guess, for women to put old pictures. I don't even understand. Eventually you're wanting to meet this person. So what? I've never gotten an answer. What are you doing? What are you thinking as a person that's doing that? You hoping they're going to get to know you enough in the line, on the line, in the texting, with the phone, that they're going to like you and not notice that the picture you posted was 15 years older? And I've had two different male friends handle it two different ways. One was angry. It was such an obvious difference. He knew it was her for a reason. I forget how. He left. He's like, no, I was duped. Nope, left. Another one sat there, had the drink, and just didn't contact them again. It is a breeding ground for dishonesty. People can sell whoever they want to be. It is up to you, the viewer, to break that down. Well, how can you break it down, Renee? You can't until you get to know the person. And what does that take? Time. It takes time. Don't read their online profile like a resume that you believe. Do they speak how you like? Can they spell? Do you see what they look like? Are they funny? Are they smart? Whatever you're looking for in the soliloquy that they present, if they have it, then you decide to talk and meet and whatever in your order. You have the ones that say right away, oh, can we talk on the phone? I just swiped you. I don't even know you. They don't want to be bothered texting in the thing. They just want to hear your voice right away, see if there's a connection. They want to meet right away, see if there's a connection. I'm not interested in that. I'll happily lose the right person if that's how he wants to meet me. Because the right person for me wouldn't be in that kind of a rush. Right? You got to wonder when they're in that kind of a rush. They're very desperate to have company. That makes me nervous. So you got to look at that with the online dating. Do you follow what I'm saying? Don't even get me started on safety. Picking you up, those days are over. Unless you know the person. But don't let somebody that you don't know pick you up just to show that they're a gentleman and that they would. Assume that they will later. But for the love of Blanche, you're meeting people with your car. You're walking yourself to your car by yourself. They don't need to know what you drive, your license plate, your address. You don't even know them. You don't even know them. Just like the narcissist. They buggered their way in. On date 2, you were swooning all over this person and you didn't even know them. You have to give it ample time for you to be able to accurately assess the person. That part didn't go out the window just because it's online. Back in the old days where you would meet someone out and you get their phone, they'd get your phone number, or they'd call you, you go out. Maybe that whole process took a week. You met them on the Saturday night or the Friday night of the week before. You give them the number. You talk a couple times during the week. They ask you out. Boom, you're going out on the Saturday night. We're already into a week. And if you met them out and you're from a small place like I am, Rhode Island, you know people who know them, so maybe you know you're not in danger. You might be in that situation if you meet somebody in person. It doesn't mean they have a right to everything about you right away. When you meet somebody in person and you take that week and you're on that date, now you're getting to know that person and you're right now judging and they're judging whether or not they would be good company for you. And you're taking one step at a time. Dating online, by nature of how the relationship begins, makes people think they can go lightning quick. One date, I've had 2 people think one date was, that's it, we're together now. It was a meeting. That first date from online is like a meeting. That's a meeting. It's not even a date. Is it even a date? You're getting together to meet each other. And they have a good date and they go away and now my phone's blowing up because they think we're in a relationship? That's a red flag to me. That's something that's a deal breaker. I will not move fast. And it is because of the narcissist. 100%. And the other ones I've met, not just him. I realized in my life that my pattern is that I go really, really fast. I jump in. I'm in love for like 6 months. Then I decide I hate them because then my eyes open up because you can't keep them closed forever. And then I take 18 months to break up with somebody. I finally learned. It's a very unhealthy pattern. I make light. But for the most part, that's what a lot of my relationships have reflected. Why? Because I went too fast. Online makes things very tempting to go fast. You think you know them. You see pictures of them. They wrote something out. You know where they're from. You know where you think. How do you even know? People can put whatever they want online. I'm an honest person. So what I put is my truth. There's not everyone that's honest. I told you right out the married thing. I made it very clear. It was the only line I had. And I had people, all caps, dashes in between all caps. I'm divorced, just so you know. This was several years ago. A week in, 2 weeks in, I learned, no, he's not. They still have to sign papers. He still has stuff in her house. She still has stuff. I mean, he was living separately, but they weren't divorced. The last guy, same thing. Live in different states even. Hasn't seen his wife in 2 years before me, so I thought he's divorced. Nope. Still has all that business to get through. So that started out with a lie. Well, I didn't want to it's a lie. Red flag, it's a lie. I don't care if you thought it was little or you were interested in dating, so you said that because you know no one's going to answer you if you say that you're married. So of course you're going to put that. But give me a break. And I don't want that kind of person. I've said that before. I don't want someone who's just coming through that. I want someone who stands firmly on their own 2 feet, happily in life, and they can add value to mine. And I will therefore add value to yours. And that would be a good match. So then, okay, you get through all this and you get yourself a date. Now for more points of interest. Where do you go? How long should the date be? I'm going to explain to you the second date suggestion of the cat that inspired the no is a complete sentence video last week or a week and a half ago, whatever that was. He wouldn't take no for an answer. This was one of the things. So I was thinking on our second date, there's this strawberry festival, and we could meet in Melbourne, hour and a half for me, and then drive to the it was like a strawberry drive to the strawberry festival, so you want me to meet you in Melbourne, hour and a half, drive to this strawberry festival, so I guess together in a car. I just met you, we've been on one lunch, be at the strawberry festival 2 hours maybe, which the only one I've ever been to I detested, which I told him, but he kept pushing for this, not listening. Be at the strawberry festival, which I already said, oh, the one I went to, oh, but it might be fun. Go back to the cars, be awkward, okay, I'm getting back in my car now, drive back to an hour and a half. You want my second date with you to be an 8-hour day for me? Oh, I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. That turned into a lunch a half hour away so fast. And I said to him, I'm not really into doing all that for our second date. Maybe that's something that sounds fun in the future once we got to know each other. But if you're committing to being around someone for all that time, you might want to make sure you know them a little bit before you do. I don't know anything about that guy. I don't know anything about that guy. Oh, so you want me to get in your truck and drive to a strawberry festival? Are you going to the strawberry festival? Maybe he's a psycho. I have no idea. Guess why? Because I don't know him. You can't possibly know somebody from a one-page dissertation on the line. So keep the dates. I would say keep them, shorter, more to the point. You have a cup of coffee and you leave. You have a drink of wine, you leave. Don't break bread. Don't make it a 3-hour dinner. Drive yourself home. Don't let them walk you to the car. You got just enough information in under an hour for the time it takes to have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine. You have just enough information to know whether or not you want to see them again. Don't get caught up. There's a gazillion things online advising you what to ask, what's appropriate to ask, what's bad to ask, what's bad to be asked, what's oh my God. But within the hour of the first date, without asking anything, you know enough whether or not you want to see them again, because what kind of a person they are will reveal them. It will reveal itself as the hour is unfolding. How do they talk to you? How do they treat the wait staff? What are they saying about their children? Did they mention an ex angrily? That's not a good sign. I never talk angrily about, when I say an ex, to me it's like the husband, okay? So my husband's a stellar guy. I don't want to sit there with somebody who's downing his wife. Not a good sign to me. Not a good person, in my opinion. And maybe she was horrible. I don't care. She's the mother of your children. You shouldn't be bad-mouthing her when she's not here, as if that's going to swoon me, make me swoon, sway me to your side. No, I'm looking at you like you got an evil part to you, that you would denigrate the mother of your child this way. Because I guarantee you, my ex-husband, no way. We speak highly of each other. That's it. That's it. Period. End of story. And that's what I look for in a person. Somebody who respects where their spouse, you know, what they did for them. It just didn't work out, right? But it doesn't mean you have to denigrate the person. What I'd like to point out about this questioning part, it shouldn't feel like an interview. Like an interview. Somebody who keeps coming back to you with questions. And these gazillions of things online, they list all these questions you should ask and maybe not ask. Yes, you want to get to know the person, but can it all flow naturally like it used to in the world? For example, what do you do is a question a lot of people ask. It's like right off the bat. I don't ask that on purpose. Unless they're telling a story and their job is clearly applicable to the story for me to understand it, then, and they forgot to tell me what they did, I might have to say, wait, what do you do though? What do you mean? How does that relate? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like having that information prematurely, because I think it can form a judgment in our minds about the person, good and bad. You hear something that sounds righteous, they say they're in the military, they're a policeman, they're a teacher, they're a nurse, a fireman, something like this. You think they've got to be a good person. You hear something you may consider a less than stellar path, and suddenly you're turned off. Even though they may be the greatest person on earth, suddenly you tuned out because you don't like what they did. You don't like the answer that they had. Even if what they do might be a temporary stepping stone for them, they're working on something else entirely, but you don't know yet because you didn't finish the conversation, because you tuned out, because you didn't like their answer to what they did. I just don't like that question. And I could go on and on for a half hour alone on questions back and forth. But these things are what I wanted you to hear and keep in mind going forward. Present yourself honestly. Beware of people that do not. And be on the lookout that some people are online because they want to paint themselves in a different light. It's easier online than it is in person to make something up for yourself and put it out there. Well, anything's easier online because you can do it so fast. I just wanted to mention this. I don't want people afraid of online. It's a great way to meet people, but you have to be discerning. That part can't not be present. You can't just automatically assume everything they said is true and, oh, this guy sounds great. Time and action. I say it all the time. I want consistency and persistency with this, and this quality for months before I believe anything anybody says. I'm sorry. And that's how slow I'm moving. And I've had two people act like a brat, temper tantrum like a brat, not accepting that. Why? Because they wanted to see me more. Okay, so you're not listening to what I said. And that's another thing. Are they steamrolling over what you said? Do they ask you about you? There's a million things. This won't be the last time I talk about this. This is an intro to this topic for our Off Topic Friday. I wanted to mention it because, like I said, it's everywhere. People are doing it. People are afraid to do it. People have been doing it. It can be beneficial. Like I said, I know people that have gotten married from on the line. But you have to know what you're doing, and you have to proceed with caution. Thank you for joining us. Please go ahead, sub, like, and share. I love our Off Topic Fridays. I hope you do too. And I'll see you next time.